的吗？好吧。你想要什么颜色的 ？This one？这个 ？OK。
Since my favorite color is yellow, my favorite color is blue. Alright.
Wow, thank you so much.
Count to 3, say your magic word. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That's the start of it. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3.
So I have a fire boomerang
然后好呀，写吧
to。create
嗯哼，
from his fire bread.
啊，好的。
加密吗？
嗯？ Horse。哦，是不是有 fire？ 这就是一个家，瞧瞧，有个 chimney， 哎呀，还生个壁炉呢。
钱的样子。
嗯哼，能上去吗？慢点啊。哦，喜欢吗？看吃哪个？吃小的吧，好不好？吃伞伞好吗？好，走吧。切那个灶是吗？
All right, if you still hesitate, you'll only take one finger. Think about it. All right, here we go at the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. All righty then.
好，走吧。好的，是在那里。Careful.
What makes the chips cooler?
真的吗？哦。哇，这个是什么？天哪，它起来了！有点下雨了。它写的是什么呢？
Bottom of every one of these stampers is a big steel shoe.
Oh. Ah.
Your fingers into your ears. I am not jumping. Score 3 seconds. Oh. Number 1.
看看那个小驴。
wet spot in the... Now we don't want a Pinocchio. There we go. That's actually about knocking your belt. Feel how wet it is. It's saturated wet timber. It's only been sort of keeps the machine nice and full, keeps the blades. I think that's like a 15 foot wheel. If one wheel suddenly fell off.
啊，天气好晴了。哦，好。 对，嗯。对。是吗？